It's not looking good. Gamers Table Independent Edition. Did you read the book, Cooking with Craig, Magic with Chris, the game design series, Game On? If you want to help keep us on the air, you want to keep seeing more shows like this, hey, click on the link. It's going to be available all throughout the entire show. And go take a check out, see if maybe one of the perks is something that you'd be interested in. Anyone who has donated already, thank you very much, and your money is going to go towards keeping the shows on the air. Hello and welcome to the Gamers Table Independent Edition. It is Friday, and we're reviewing
Seeker's Treasure Hunt. It's actually just a competitive, fast-paced strategy game in which your goal is to be the first to find the buried treasure.
So you start by everybody taking a set of these in whatever color they like.
Well, yeah, you get two characters. Each person will have two characters.
Each one will have one of these bonuses, and you have to keep track of which one is which.
Yeah, each character has the different colors of gems. So one will be on the character, and then one will be on the board, so you know which one's which.
And you'll choose one of the sets, A to H, of the 4 cards. And these cards refer to the 4 eye stones, which are numbered on the board. We start with the components. We've got the game board. We've got the different colored stones, 2 for each player. 8 different rolls, sort of bonuses for you. 7 sets of...
characters with abilities. Yeah.
7 sets of different 8 sets of different map cards. It actually goes up to 8. The regular cards and your treasure cards.
Mm-hmm.
Each one of these cards has a pattern on it. And that pattern shows where the treasure can and can't be. So by the end of the game, once you've looked at all 4 of these, you will know the only square that the treasure can be on, and that's where you'll be heading for. Once you've looked at one of these, you can look at it anytime you want, but it stays face down, hidden from everybody else. Generally, we find once everybody's looked at it, we flip them face up, just save you flipping things up and down.
Yeah.
And there are different spaces on here. There are treasure spaces, which allow you to pick up treasure cards.
Mm-hmm.
And to play your turn, you pick up some of the regular cards, play the cards, move around the board.
Yep, so you can either activate your abilities or cards or whatever, or the treasure cards first, and then you can move your character and activate their abilities around in either order. So move, and then play, or play, and then move. Some of the abilities are really kind of cool here. Some of this, one in particular, I like this looking at my eye. Look at an eye that a competing player has visited. So if you haven't gotten there yet, or it's maybe the farthest one on the other side of the board, say, okay, now I can look at it, and I got a little bit more information. At the start of the game, you'll have 3 playing cards, and you'll get the treasure cards as you go around and collect treasure.
Some of them help you. A lot of them hinder other players. Like this particular one is a Mirage.
Yeah.
There's a 3x3 trap that's set G6 to I8. So you set these traps out, and you got to remember where they are. And if somebody steps in it, they get nailed by it.
Yeah, the traps are pretty cool, and I like the sandstorms too. So choose a 5x5 tile section in which all players cannot move onto for 3 turns. So if you realize, hey, 2 of those guys need that last eye over there or something, you can put a sandstorm over there and keep them away from it until you've managed to catch up a little bit or something, hopefully. So it's pretty, there's cool interactive things like competitive stuff in there. So it does get the player interaction. It's not just a solo run for it game,
Yeah, the only downfall of this is as these sets of 4 cards, A to H, different sets. That means 8 times, if you remember how things go, 8 times through and play 9, you're going to be repeating one of these. And if you remember, set C is at J7.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm just going to go to J7 and say, there's the treasure.
You got a pretty general idea, at least once if you've played it too much, where they are. You might remember exact spot, but you say, okay, that one's over in that corner of the board, so you might get lucky or something, or it might refresh your memory.
I mean, because of the way they're laid out, there's no way to mix like set A with set G or whatever, which is unfortunate, but...
They're mostly color-coded there, aren't they?
Yeah, so if you got all the same color, you got the right ones, but... So like there's only so many times. But if you don't play this all the time, chances are you're not going to remember. And
or me, I certainly won't.
This
remember.
It's a good family game.
The artwork and everything, the board's nice. It looks like a really good game that you could find at any store anywhere. It's just like Craig said, it's just the replayability. If you play it a lot, it might become stale because you might memorize where the locations are. But other than that, there's some good player interaction, there's some good cards and some good abilities, either for your help yourself or hinder the other player.
Wrapping up for Seeker's Treasure Hunt. The theme is you are treasure hunters running around in the desert trying to find the hidden treasure that's got those hieroglyphic eye symbols that are telling you where it is. Yeah, that's pretty much what you're doing, except for, being able to target sandstorms and stuff directly on other players, which is a little bit, I guess, if you're just watch The Mummy and The Mummy Returns and everything, you'd be right with these.
You all feel like Aurora in the X-Men or something. There's a storm on you.
Easy to play. Yeah, pretty simple. The cards are always clear. They tell you what to do. Each one of your abilities has the color on there and the same color on the board, so you know which one of your guys is moving. Fun to play. Yeah, it is fun to play. It's even when you get hit by the traps, they don't hurt you that much. And you've got two adventurers, so rarely do both of them get tied up. So that means somebody's always be able to move around. So, I guess I will give this one an 8.5.
It's, it seems like a decent family game that you could buy at any store anywhere, like Kmart or whatever. Is even Kmart around anymore? I don't think I meant like Walmart or Sears or something. But yeah, it's a good family game. The quality of the components is really good. The rules are pretty clear. Although I would have liked the booklet form, but everything is nice color images, and the pages are numbered, and there's not a lot to it. It's even got a variation of play and stuff like that, and where you can slowing the game down or speeding it up a bit more. That's the one thing I think that might be a little hindrance is the limited movement. Usually using moving one or maybe two spaces or something. But
unless
there are cards.
Yeah,
there are cards though that will allow you to teleport across the board and stuff like that if you're lucky enough to get them. There is a bit of luck of the draw, but overall, it's a good family game. Not a real deep game or anything like that for experienced players. If you've been used to playing Arkham and all things like that. But it's a good light game. It's just, again, too much play. You might start remembering where all the locations are depending on which set you're playing with. So overall, I'm going to give it, like based on family play, I might get a different score than say for experienced gamers. I don't know. I'm going to go a little in between and say about a 7.5.
So that's it for this episode of the Gamers Table. Tune in next week where we review another game.
Because that's what we do.
I need your help. My brother. He's missing.
Nah, so tell it to the cops, dollface.
I've nowhere else to go.
So tell me about your brother.
He works at the university, doing research for several of the professors. Internet searches for strange happenings. Things of that sort.
Strange happenings? What kind of strange happenings?
He's heading to the apartment. Should I stop him?
What the hell is this thing?
Don't make me come back down here again, Carmichael. You need to back off.
Look, Rach, I've got a case. And I need your help. I'm being tailed by lurking strangers and warned off the case by angry cops.
He contacted her, just like you said he would.
Very well. Perhaps we should lend Mr. Carmichael some assistance ourselves.